Hello and welcome to the Napatech link capture software running on the NT200A01 SmartNIC. So let's start by taking a look at the block diagram. What we have is a traffic generation system, and it's based on an HP DL380 G10 server, and it has a Napatech NT200A01 SmartNIC installed in it. And this is generating the traffic for the system under test, which is another HP DL380 G10. It's running Suricata IDS, which is an open source IDS software application, multi-threaded. And what we have in the device under test is we have another Napatech NT200A01, and then we also have an Intel XL710 standard server NIC. And what we do is we're basically driving the same traffic into both, and then we're going to measure the performance, and we're going to look at things like packet loss. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the demo. Okay, so the first thing we see here is we see this terminal here, which is the Napatech profiling tool. Down here in this window, Suricata is starting. This is HTOP, which is monitoring the individual CPU cores and their utilization along with memory utilization. This is another Napatech tool called monitoring, and it's basically giving us a view at the port level what's happening. So you can see Suricata is running, but there's actually no traffic coming in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the traffic. So here we're reading in a PCAP file of some real network traffic, and we're transmitting it into the system under test at 40 gigabits per second. This window up here is actually monitoring the drops that Suricata is seeing. But if we go back here and look at the profiling tool, you'll see we have lots of packets, we have lots of bytes, we have 64 streams of packet data coming into the server. You can see we don't have any drops at all, and the buffering on the card is not being utilized because the server CPU cores are keeping up with the traffic coming in. And again, if you look down here, you can see we have 64 threads running on 64 hyper-threaded CPU cores. And you can see the utilization on HTOP. It's very well balanced. We're not fully loading the system. We're at about 70 to 75%, but it's very well balanced. Again, there's no packet drops being reported by Napatech or by Suricata. They would appear here if we had some packet drops. So that's the link capture software running on the NT200A01. So it's specifically designed for packet capture, zero packet loss, full line rate performance. So let's stop this part of the demo. Suricata is finishing, and I'm going to keep the traffic generation running. And now I'm going to run essentially the same demo, but using the Intel XL710 server NIC. Same thing, Suricata is starting up. We can see all 64 CPU cores in HTOP. Packet drops will appear here. Okay, and you can see right away we have packet drops. And another thing to observe is, well, one NUMA node is fully utilized. The other one is not fully utilized. So we're not getting as even a distribution using the standard server NIC with an interface called AF packet, which is doing the load distribution of the packet data to the individual threads running on the individual cores. So that's essentially the demo. So it shows how the Napatech link capture software running on a FPGA-based SmartNIC can guarantee full packet capture, zero packet loss at full line speed, whereas you can't rely on a standard off-the-shelf server NIC to accomplish that same level of performance. Well, I hope you enjoyed the demo, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Napatech support, and please visit napatech.com.